Welcome to the Grappling Grappling Rewind Podcast.
Welcome to this week on the Grappling Rewind Podcast. On this week's show, we are going to preview the 2025 ADCC East Coast North American Trials. As always in the show, I'm your host, Maine, my co-host,
Josh.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing all right.
I'm happy to be here, so I booked my flights out. Let my parents know in Florida that I'm going to be stopping in, and they were very pleased to see me. I was like, I'm coming down. They're like, excellent, very happy. Great. We were very happy to see you and Rachel. So it'll be good, see my family, and see some great trials action. So Josh and I spent about the last hour running through these divisions.
You know, that's an hour off, right?
Yeah, that clock.
I'm just making sure you know that.
Yeah. So big note. So previously, everyone on the team for Grappling Rewind hates doing preview shows. Generally speaking, especially when there are no brackets. Josh, yeah, you really honestly, I'm the only one who I think enjoys them because I just like looking through and talking.
You're weird.
They are hard to do, and they are especially hard to do without a bracket because we don't even know
when you have 100+ competitors.
Yeah, we don't know who's going to fight who, if they're going to show up. Like, especially for something like trials, a lot of times you go, I think this guy's going to win, and then that guy is injured and doesn't show up because we do these preview shows a week before. So there are a lot of X factors at play here. What we're going to do, it'll probably be a pretty short show. We're going to run through the big notable competitors that we know, maybe a little bit about their game, maybe not, some potential matchups that we're interested in seeing. But basically, this is going to be a big front-runner show for who we think is most likely to take the trials based on past performances, what they've looked like
what
recently.
They're doing right now.
Yeah, all of that information and just some history behind some of the athletes that we know. But these are big. These are not as big of divisions as we have seen in prior years. The entire event right now, as we're recording on November 9th, trials is in 6 days, essentially. End of this week, essentially, is when it starts. And registrations end, I think, a day before that. We have 575 athletes. For the last the last cycle and a half for ADCC, we have had the divisions cap at 256 athletes for under 66 kilos and under 77 kilos. That is not the case with this trials. This is also the first trials that's being run in Florida. Historically, the East Coast trials, for the North American trials, or the U.S. trials sometimes as we call them, is held in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Super easy drive for us, but not the most glamorous of spots. They're moving it to Florida because they're moving around. Again, it deserves to be in different locations, not necessarily in the same place every year. Most likely the West Coast one, I think, is announced it'll be in Texas in 2026.
That's not West Coast.
It does need to be West Coast. Central trials. Again, Texas is a hotbed for jiu-jitsu right now. There are a lot of people that'll be at that trial. So, notably for this, and this kind of when you previewed this, we have a lot less names. I think the biggest division is 160 something. Whereas previously it had about 100 more grapplers. That being said, a lot of those guys didn't show, but even the guys that did show, the first couple rounds, the last couple of years of trials have been an absolute bloodbath. Sometimes it's fun to watch, sometimes it's not fun to watch. But again, a lot of trials is a pro event. It is an open registration pro event, and a lot of folks that were registering prior just really weren't at that level to be at those trials. And that's just the reality. If you watched the first couple rounds of your guys that were in day 2 for trials, how some of their matches were extremely quick and extremely uncompetitive because they were fighting non-pro level people.
I think a lot of us have the password for the Grappling Rewind Instagram.
I think everyone does.
Okay.
On the team.
So I kind of want to just post our conversations while Maine is down there, and Maine being upset at those rounds where it's like, oh, these are people that are signing up just to sign up,
just to say you did it in a pro event, which I think is fine. I one of the reasons I actually really like trials.
Maine just angry. Why are you?
Why is he here? Well, it's guys that show up and don't know the rules, don't know. It's people that are out of place, that would be out of place at a local tournament, that have signed up for this like a local tournament, not really understanding the weight behind it and the level of competition that is expected at these trials events. One of the reasons that I really like the trials is that it's an open registration event. And so if you think that you're the guy and you want a shot at being the world champion ADCC, there's no points you need, there's no this. You can show up at trials. And if you think you're the best in the world, you can get your spot. And you can go to the Worlds and you can have a trip paid for to go compete at the World Championships. I think that is what, for me, makes ADCC like my favorite tournament series and my favorite tournament overall, because there are no excuses. Like for IBJJF, it's like, well, in the I could have won, but I couldn't have the points or couldn't get over there. Nope. ADCC, there was a trials. There was a trials in your region of the world that you could go to and compete at. If you really were the guy, you can put your money where your mouth is. Nobody has the excuse for ADCC, well, I couldn't go, because you win a trials, you go. Generally speaking, there are some visa issues in reality, but
it all depends.
That's why I like the trials so much.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You go back, what is it now? It's 2025. You go back like 17 years ago, and the people that are signing up now that are like random Joe Schmoes, they might actually like somehow manage to win
in a different era,
in a totally different era. Like when I did them, I was like, I'm young. I got a shot. I was like, and that could be somewhat believable. Nowadays,
it's 06 or 09? You gave me the shirt for it. It had 2 O's in it. When you gave me the shirt,
2 of them.
Yeah, you did 2. You did 07 and 09, I think.
I did 2006, and because that was in Jersey.
Yeah,
and then 2008 in Ohio at the Arnold's.
Yeah, that was the year it was at the Arnold. So back when the divisions weren't
where you're like, who are these schmucks that won? And it's like, oh, it's Billy Bob from wherever.
Different level, different era,
or it's Josh from some random place in Baltimore,
So we're gonna run. So that's the trials. It is interesting this year that it is pared down. I'm kind of like not a problem. The names that we would expect to be there, generally speaking, are there. There are a number of names that are missing that are interesting. Some of the divisions I think are a lot more wide open than they have been in the past 6 years. Maybe it's in Poland, the interest in CJI, the potential people moving out of ADCC, out of the hopper for that, the change in the grappling landscape competitively. I think generally speaking, most no-gi competitions are down from what I've seen. So this is kind of mirrors and with the popularity of the sport.
Gi's coming back.
The gi tournaments are big, man. The gi, you and I still put the gi on a couple times a week. Like we still both enjoy the
once
gi.
Once a week. Sunday nights.
Sunday nights, I did.
Well, I did wear it yesterday too, so we'll say that.
So 2 days a week.
That's rare.
Yeah, I'm gi like 2-3 days a week. No gi 2-3 days a week. So let's get into it before Josh gets mad at me for what was the term used?
I don't care.
Meandering through. So under 66 kilograms for the men. We're going to read through some of the names, some of the big accomplishments. As we have the smooth comp up, so we might have a small break as we move and scroll to the names.
And we have another thing up that has some of the stuff, but
it is sparse.
Do not make that any smaller. I am old and I can't read.
You didn't bring your glasses, Josh.
No, I didn't.
Well, that's the
wrong one.
That's the wrong event, actually.
That's from last week, guy.
Oh, nope, it's not there either. Oh.
Is it near the front? Hey, there it is.
I got it eventually. I got our notes. So
prepared.
Those are huge now. All right. So let me stall as I muck with all of the notes here. Notably, so what we're gonna do is we're running the smooth comp and some notes that we have pulled up. Notably, immediately in under 66 kilos, we have Gavin Carbright from Standard, a guy local to us, a guy that Josh and I have commentated for many years, a guy that only got taken out by his brother at the last trials in a very competitive match. Oh, I just trained with Owen Jones on
2 weeks ago
on Wednesday. I was up in Atlanta. I trained with Owen Jones.
I like how you said up when it's down.
I was down in Atlanta. And then, you know who walked in the room? Paul Ordilla, 4-time ADCC trials winner. Walked in like in the middle of the session. I was like, oh, cool. It's Owen. It's him. It's another guy that they were prepping for trials. And then like 2 other guys in the room.
And you.
And me. And we got some rounds. And I was like, right, this is what the top level guys in the world feel like. And I am a casual hobbyist coach. I'm a casual hobbyist coach that runs a team. Oh, yeah, these guys are in their 20s. Adilla's my age. 91, yeah. 4-time winner, 1-time invite. And then he's my age. So he's not at this trial. So we're saying like I got a firsthand experience for just how good Owen Jones is. And like he was being very nice to me and still just demolished me. I was like, oh, he is astonishingly good. And we've had the pleasure of watching Gavin a lot. Gavin just beat Owen, and so it gives me some nice perspective of like, oh yeah, Gavin's real good. He, for me, is one of the front runners in this division. His brother is notably not in this division. So without his,
I don't know. I thought I saw it.
did you see his brother? I thought I didn't see his brother.
I don't know, but it's also not in any kind of order.
It's not in the order at all. We also have Andrew DeGraff in here as well.
Reese Lefevre.
Yep, from Andrew from Kingsway, Reese also from Kingsway. Kingsway's bringing some guys again. They still kind of prioritize ADCC. We have Tristan Sains in here as well from Alpha Miami Grappling. We just saw him on. Who's number 1? Was he in that open weight bracket? Was that Sains?
Not.
I think that was him. Yeah, with Dante and Declan and.
Was it him or his brother? I thought it was
Michael
his brother.
Sains. It was Michael Sains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always just.
You do that?
A lot.
Cameron Malott.
Cameron Malott's in here as well. We have Dallo Braithwaite in here. We have the pleasure of commentating a bunch locally. Fun, submission, super submission hungry game. Josh Murdoch is in here. I think, and his brother. His brother's at.
CJ's in 77.
Yeah, CJ Murdoch's in 77 kilograms here. I've actually, for ADCC, had the opportunity to. I judged a couple of their matches. So that was really interesting. We have Emilio Hernandez in here. Let's see. Who else? Who are the big names that we've got in here? This is one of the big. Under 66 is one of the bigger divisions. Under 66 and 77.
Yeah.
David Stalecki's in here from Sydney West Martial Arts. Canadian, though. Let's see.
Canadian, though.
Not Canadian, but he is out of Sydney West, but he is Canadian.
Canadian, though.
Max Hansen is in this. I think he is one of the front runners to him and Gavin in my head, and the Kingsway guys are the front runners for these. Like I would be shocked. Too. Yeah, Johnny's in this as well. I was like those guys. I would be shocked if they do not make it. We have Kai Van Gonzalez in here as well from Bodega, which is Gianni Grippo's school, not Mikey's school. We saw him on UFC BJJ. On the pre-show, I messed that up, and Josh corrected me.
Don't let me correct you. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We later in this,
there's tons of people. Oh yeah, Barry
Yoshida.
Barry Yoshida.
I think it's
50 years old, gonna be clowning on fools.
I think it's hilarious that Barry Yoshida's smooth comp picture is his ADCC Hall of Fame induction picture.
What a baller!
That is baller. Like, guy's been there, medaled at ADCC for years. 1975 birthday, still out there, still doing opens and masters and like Masters Open divisions, still just demolishing guys.
Fuck yeah, Barrett.
Barrett's one of my favorite guys to watch, and like I have a soft spot for his game because I've watched and like studied so much of his game for the crucifix. So it's cool to see Barry Yoshida in here, and it's crazy. He is, I think, the second oldest male.
I think he's the oldest.
I think there's a 52-year-old guy in there.
The second oldest, yeah.
But again, in 66, by far the oldest guy by at least, I think, 10 years probably. There's a 40-year-old in there.
Smack, brother.
We have Keith Krikorian again, former trials winner, 3-time silver medalist, and then gold medalist. Had the chance to interview him after his trials win. Very much a live dog in that fight. We have Fabian Ramirez in here as well. We have Johnny Grippo. Does Grippo, I'm going to blank here because we didn't look it up. Did Grippo ever win at trials? I always mix up the match with him and Cisneros. I can, for some reason, never remember.
I don't think so.
Was it Cisneros that blew out Gianni's knee with the Sulev stretch? Or was it...
He did it to him. I don't know if he blew out his knee doing it, but he did it to it.
Okay. So for some reason, we watched that live in Vegas at West Coast Trials, and I always... for some reason in my head can never get who was on whose back doing it. I think it was the year that Cisneros won. We also had Dorian Olivares. East Coast Trials. They were in the finals. It's funny, both now at the same team. Because Dominic Mejia used to be at Carlsbad and then moved. And when I interviewed him after he got second place to Dorian at East Coast Trials, last East Coast Trials, he was talking about he was in the process of making a move over to Kingsway at that time. Dorian Olivares was still B team and was like 17. Dorian Olivares is now 19. Looked really good versus Felipe Pena on CJI. Like, Dorian has learned some jiu-jitsu and has also continued to be a stud wrestler. He is going to be a problem just because of like the wrestling game that he brings. He's just going to be a massive problem for a lot of people in these divisions. And it wouldn't, again, your big guys. Dory, all your guys that have medaled before at 66, I think are the guys that you're going to push through. Like, we have not seen a whole bunch of guys like pushing away these folks that make me think that 66 is going to change. Again, a lot of these guys are getting older, but then you have new talent like Dorian and Dominic. Like, Dominic Mejia is 22 years old. Took silver and is very motivated. He's looked really good on Aiga. He's looked good on everything he's done. We have Esteban Martinez in here as well. We've just started to see Esteban come back in. Again, plays a really interesting crucifix game. Is insanely hard to put away. Just nightmarishly difficult to put away. You can't keep his back. He's hard to score on. He's hard to control. It'll be interesting to see him.
His size does that. Like,
yeah, he's got interesting proportions, and so it's like guys just really, really struggle to like hold him down and score on him. And so I'm always really curious to see how Esteban does. So, Josh, if you have to make a pick for 66 kilos, under 66 kilos, who's your money on? Who do you think?
Gavin.
Yeah. You think that...
I think he's going to ride that wave of that win over Owen Jones. He's a dog, dude.
Yeah, he's really, really good. I'm going to go Dorian.
I mean, that's fair.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Gavin win. Like, Gavin's the guy that I'm like, kind of pulling for, like a local guy. He's like, 45 minutes from us, if that. We see him locally. But Dorian, how he looked at CJI, I am curious if his knee is healed up since Ethan blew his knee at CJI. Because that was only a couple months ago. So that's my big X factor. I'm guessing it will be wrapped up. But if we have a healthy Dorian Olivares, I think he takes 66 kilos again. I think he just looked, he did it with just a wrestling base before, 2 years of jiu-jitsu and focused training.
Here's the thing. Are they going to actually stick to what has normally been how ADCC did it and put all of these people from the same gyms against each other within the first couple of rounds?
So I think now for trials, the rule was they had to meet before the semis now, or the quarters, depending on how many you had, because they pushed it.
You should wipe them out sooner.
Well, they pushed it because basically it used to be first round, and then
First or second.
And then Mo was like, let's move it to second round because it gives the guys a chance to not have to face each other. Basically, like, yeah, you got two guys from Kingsway or B team. If you put them first round, like you just immediately eliminate them versus give them an opportunity to get eliminated by someone else before they go against each other.
This is a 126 man bracket.
Yeah, so it's
like
half as big as it was when Kokorian won it.
Third round.
Yeah, it's fine. I just don't. I'm always concerned. I think we did it last time when we had Gavin and DeAndre meet up. I think that was day 2. I think that was quarters is when they met, and I'm fine with that. Like, they're not in medal position. You eliminate same guys on same team out at medal position.
And I thought Gavin took third.
And his brother took first?
I think so.
Or not first. His brother
won that one.
Yeah, he did win that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was before. I thought it was before the medal round. I could be wrong. We could look it up.
I think that was before the medal round. No. Because East Coast.
Because they met at West Coast.
Mejia took them both out, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless, however they're doing it now, I like how they're doing it. And it's, again, you want to avoid having guys from the same team in the finals because that's when weirdness can happen. Mm-hmm. And I just like that they get rid of it because you got to fight your teammate at some point before the finals. They may have changed it since then. So you said Gavin. I'm going Dorian. It would be cool to see Gavin take it. It'd be cool to see Grippo take it too. I'd like to see that. Moving on to under 77 kilos, Jet Thompson, 18 years old now. He was 17 on PGF. He's got a really interesting style, very submission hungry, really unorthodox and quick.
So the most recent PGF though, he won, but he started so slow. Mm-hmm. So he's got to be kind of like on it for this one. And I think because he won, he's also technically got like a berth into the UFC BJJ thing for something or another. I can't remember exactly that I was watching through, but you know, he's got a crazy pace. He's got a wild style.
And guys like in the $100,000 PGF season 6 really kind of struggled with him in like ways that was like, he's like, he just has really good bites on stuff and will just kind of go, and if you can't stop him, he just gets away from you. And so I think that style works really well in the ADCC. He's also been doing ADCC Opens, and like I think that style works well for him.
You can't let him get going. That's the thing.
No.
You start to get going, and he doesn't stop. Michael Saints, Logan Hicks, Pierre Olivier Leclerc, Sinestro, Sid Tavalero.
Yep, from Standard.
Standard.
Previously from, I think it was 10th Planet for a while, but he's been at Standard for a minute now. And
he's my dark horse pick for this one.
Sid?
Dude, you saw him in a lot of stuff. I mean, yeah, he's also lost some stuff. Like I think they showed Nogi Pans, and I think he lost second or third round, and like sometimes those things happen. But he's also blown some dudes out.
Yeah,
he's definitely my dark horse pick for this one.
We also have Jonathan Wilson. We have Ernesto Rivera, who was actually in the camp with Owen Jones and
Ardilla.
Paulo Ardilla. Jesus, I couldn't get his name.
Hey,
Ardilla. He was fun. I had a chance to get around with him. He is very good. Was very nice to me while he beat me up. So it was cool. I'm excited to see his matches because now I just trained with him a couple of days ago, so it would be cool to see his matches. We have CJ Murdoch in this. We have Cade Sistos in this from Wagner Hosha's gym. We have Cameron Hurd, who has been looking real good everywhere we see him now, even in the IBJJF. He's just been on the. I think he won a couple of the opens. Yeah,
I think this is a cut for him.
Oh yeah. He's not enormous, but. He's
still pretty big. He's like a bigger dude.
He's got good wrestling, man.
Oh, yeah,
and it's just like he's a Virginia Tech wrestler that got into BJJ. He's 35 now.
He's a fucking ram, dude. He just like he's
picked up a lot of really good jiu-jitsu habits on top of like being a lifelong wrestler. And he was fun last trials, but he was still a little
interested to see
very
what he does
curious
this time around.
He is going to ruin some guys' days, and he's also going to be seated very high because he's got a bunch of ADCC points for the opens. So that again factors into where some of these guys sit. Generally speaking, your big name guys are not going to put against him regardless of seeding because Mo knows how to run brackets, and you're like, okay, yeah, he doesn't have points, but we know who he is, and he's good, and he has history here.
Whoever's running it now might not.
Well, I think Mo is still running the trials.
I thought he was like not doing it at all.
I thought he was, but I don't know. Let's see. Other big names we have here. We have Salvara is in here as well. We have, as I scroll through here,
Enrique Galarza.
Yep, Galarza's in here. Liam Cranston, Ethan's brother.
Yep.
Notably absent
Little
from 66.
Krellinston.
Yeah, his younger brother. He's 21. He's at B team, or he's still listed as B team. Not Simple Man.
Some of them are listed as Simple Man though. So
okay,
I think you
just have to update it on Smooth Comp.
I think they're just playing the fucking system.
Yeah. Well, I think when they bracket, they know if you're the same team or not. Because Mo was also talking about like if you're both Alliance, but you don't train with each other. Like we weight that less heavily. Of like, yeah, you don't actually train with each other, even though they're the same team. You're not in the same room. So, but Ethan was notably absent from under 66, which is the first time.
Might be injury. Might be like, you know what?
Maybe
I'll give.
He had $200,000 from the win on CJI. Maybe he's like,
or maybe he's just like, let some of the other guys from the gym do it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he already got an invite. Surprise.
Who knows? We also have in this. I'm missing some names here.
Probably, and you're going by too quickly to catch half of them.
You want to scroll?
No, absolutely not.
Nick Mayata is in here as well.
There you go.
Really good wrestler. So like hearing guys talk about him, just really, really hard to put points on. And so it's again a very live dog in that division. We also have Jonathan Satava.
You missed that?
Who?
Up, scroll.
Oh, John Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Blanking on
something.
Yeah.
The name's popping up for some reason.
Satava, former trials winner, 36 now. He's at a Marcelo Garcia, and he has been forever. He beat our coach, my coach, Rob, at East Coast trials or West Coast trials a couple of years ago. West?
East Coast, I think.
No, Vegas. It was the one where Rob got the cut on his eye. And the next match, Satava tried to pull his head off, and Rob was like, "Yeah, man, I love blowing me." Cockle's in here as well. Let's see. Who else? Jacob
Bourneman.
Mm-hmm. Pedigo guy.
Pedigo.
Do you know much about his
Little
game?
Jacob.
Little Jake. He got to call Little Jacob. Not little at all.
Do I know about his what?
His game.
Very wrestle heavy. Will beat the shit out of your head with collar ties. Like just very.
A little bit like Pixley, and they kind of like not the same game.
Pixley's more of like he doesn't care that you touch his head because he's just gonna pull the arm across and like
slide by.
Yeah, and he comes a little bit more. He'll wait for you a little bit. Like sometimes he'll just be standing in front of the guys, but then a lot of people he's just fucking running them over.
Good wrestling. So this division has 163 in it.
I think this is the big one.
Yeah, this is the bigger one of the two bigger divisions, 66, 77. Do you have an offhand pick here that you want to make? This one's more up in the air for me.
Like I said, Sid is my dark horse. I like Jet in this one as well.
Mm-hmm. Cam for me is the dark horse.
Cam, that's another good one too.
Cameron Hurd.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a lot of new talent.
There's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of young guys that like have a lot of wins, but it might be on like I hate calling it like B tier competitions, but
just not big,
not like super huge.
Events.
But some of them also have giant wins. You know, you know, Michael Sains is in it. He can
take the whole thing. Possibly.
Yeah. Again, I hate without bracketing. It's really hard to be like these guys.
Yeah.
I know Cockle's going to pick up a couple of wins in this.
At least
Satava's going to get pretty far in it.
What I love about trials,
Bourneman is getting fairly far in it as well.
Also, guys can just have a day.
Yeah, you can have a great day where you don't know who this person is. Brandon Reed.
Yeah,
tell me the last trials you really knew who he was.
We knew he was a wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. Like, we knew that's kind of where and we knew from wrestling folks because we had our team is heavy wrestlers. We were like, he's a really good wrestler. I was like, okay, cool, that is good information. And then we saw that, and I was like, okay, but that's why I like trials. I think we're gonna have someone come out of 77 this time that we were just not aware. We also have Avery Brooks in here as well. I kind of want to go Jet. It wouldn't surprise me to see Jet Thompson take this.
I'm not giving a definitive. You already know this. Leclerc's gonna. We scrolled by him and I already forgot that he is in it. There's so many people in these divisions where you're like, what?
And then somebody just has a day, gets a good bracket, gets a good read, has a good night's sleep, and just shows up ready to do it. Moving on to under 88 kilograms, we have Angelo Claiborne in this division. Elijah Dorsey won under 77 last time. Angelo trains a ton with him. I competed against Angelo Claiborne back in the day, years and years ago. He then went on to win the world championships for IBJJF, and I went, cool, that loss aged well. Very, very well. Sean Yadamarco is in here. Steve Yakum is in here. Kevin Crane, Nathan Haddad. 88 is honestly, Zach Gaiani is in here as well from 50-50. I kind of wouldn't be surprised to have Kevin Crane take this whole thing. He is frustrating to deal with. He's got good wrestling. He's got good catch. He just overall, I have always been impressed at just how wild he is and how seemingly difficult it is to keep a hold of him. He placed second at the ADCC World Open in 2022 to Andrew Tackett. And notably, both Tacketts are missing from this, but I think they're in the UFC. I'm guessing that they cannot do the trials if you're in the UFC.
That's dumb.
But Kevin Crane, it wouldn't surprise me to have him just take it.
Anybody that's under an exclusive grappling contract, those companies. Let these people compete.
We got
Garmo's in here.
Thor's in here. John Blank.
John Blank's
Former winner.
He's only 31.
Thor.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Jesus.
Yeah, won it in his mid-20s.
Oh my goodness.
So, let's see. Again, Garmo's always in the mix. Another big name we have. Let's see.
We have scroll really quickly. Can't read any of it.
I'm not scrolling that quickly. Your eyes aren't that bad.
Lies.
Alec Balding.
Alec Balding's in
Former trials winner at 77. At 77, not at 88. Was it 88? I can never get Alec's weight correct because I always have him as being a much smaller guy than he is.
I think he's always done 88 because
I first thought he was at 66 for some reason, but
I think he's buddies with Satava.
Okay. Jonathan Satava.
And I think they excuse himself. Shangoli.
Yeah, Pat Shangoli is dropping from plus 99 all the way down. We saw him implement a lot more wrestling versus Dante Leone. Dante Leone beats him at the Who's Number One event. Very curious, again, with how open this bracket is, and the new style. If he's obviously been working on the wrestling, I'm curious that now he's not just exclusively a heavyweight guard player, now implementing more wrestling. Curious to see where that's going to go. We have Ricky Semegli in here.
Even going to lie on that one. When I saw him, when they did interviews, I was like, who were they interviewing? And they were like, oh, it's Pat Shagoli. And I was like, really? He looked great.
Yeah, it looks way different. So I bumped into him at we did an open mat in Vegas during CGI, and he was there. I was like, oh shit, it's Pat. And he's like, all right, we jumped in line at CGI, and his Miranda pointed him out because I didn't recognize him because he's tattooed up now, and he's like, kid has to be 60 to 70 pounds smaller. He just leaned out, and I was like, oh damn, he's looks like a different. Even his picture on Smooth Comp, he's not that big anymore. So it'll be just wild to see him move into a different weight class and how he does. We didn't get a huge chance to see that at Who's Number One, and I'm just now curious in ADCC how he looks. We have Maximo Cote in here, former UFC or current maybe former UFC fighter. Nick Ortiz is in here. 10 Planet Las Vegas. Let's see. This only has 101 registrants in it. This is a tough one. I really think for me, seeing Nathan Haddad do well again, UFC BJJ. I kind of want to lean even Steve Yakum with Jay in his corner there, finishers champion. Yeah, DeMarco's looked really good. I kind of do just want to go Crane. He's just. I think he is so wildly frustrating that this will be the time because he has UWW world titles as well. He's good.
It'll be interesting. It'll be a cool little thing, especially because it's not as big.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So let's move on to the under 99 kilo division. We're starting to lean out. Abria La Montague is in here.
Abraham,
dude.
It's not that late.
It's not that late. I should never get his name, and it's been years of me not getting his name. The A block guy. The guy with the A block. He's in here. We have Brandon George, also from Kingsway here. Interesting, in the under 99 kilo division, John Combs, former 77 kilogram, under 77 trials winner. But if you look at the strength of this division and the number of registrations, he might be doing what Mike Perez did for the under 99 division. Again, hey, man, the talent pool is much, much smaller. I have less matches versus guys that maybe don't know how to deal with my speed. It is under 99 kilos. It doesn't mean I can't be 20 pounds under 99 kilos. It'd be really interesting because John Combs knows what it takes to win these things for him to do that. We also have...
Did Varela make him vomit at the last trials?
Yeah. That went viral.
Maybe that is it. He's like, I don't have to keep up a pace.
I don't have to cut the weight.
That too.
Dashi Goto is in this division. Let's see. This is a much smaller division. Amir Goim is in here. IBGGF Purple Belt World Champion. We have Achilles Rocha.
There we go. I thought he was in 88. I guess he
used to be in 88, but now I think he's moving up to 99. He's gotten bigger. Achilles is such a weird one If he's on,
He's on.
and you're like, dude is super hard to stop. If he's off, he looks flat and he gets taken out. I think Achilles will turn a corner like his sister, like his dad, like eventually will be that guy. He's still 19. He's young. He wasn't all taped up. His ankles weren't all taped up last time either. So hopefully whatever injuries he was having for his ankles and feet is mitigated and taken care of. Achilles, I think at one point will make the jump. I don't know if it will be this trials, but I'm very curious.
He's so young, man. He's
19. He's super young. And you have the experience with your dad and your sister that have both been on that level for a while that know what to do.
I don't even want to know what those rounds look like.
They go watch online. You can see.
No, I mean,
just like,
even now, like Achilles getting even bigger at this point.
Yeah.
They're just slugging it
Dude,
out. I know they have
seeing
to
his footage when he's at Fight Sports is wild. Like him at Cyborg, you're like, ooh, you are moving now. Like, again, the training rooms that he's in, you're just going to have to rise to that level. And
my body hurt.
It makes me, every time it's like, man, you're 19. That's why. Andre Petrosky is in here. UFC fighter. Let's see who else. Division of 56. I think this is the second. Is 99 smaller than this?
Yeah.
38, yeah. So division of 56, again, makes sense that John Combs would go into this. You're now in a small enough division where you're only having 5 or 6 matches to win the entire thing across 2 days. Like you're not having that extra match, those extra 2 matches in those earlier rounds that usually, are pretty quick and simple. But sometimes you have a tough guy that's, not on the level, but hard to put away and makes you fight him, makes you get tired.
For sure.
So division of 56. For me, I am going to go with. Ooh, this is a tough one to pick, man.
Daishi and Abe are like my front runners for this one, but you never know. It's like, again, a lot of this stuff is roll of the dice. Again, if Achilles is
on, Achilles takes it.
He can take it. Like
Achilles has not had the level of consistency throughout the ADCC tournaments, but he's won 8 IBJJF Worlds. So it's like I think. I'm going to pick him.
Go for it.
If Achilles is on, I think he takes it. Seeing Dashi or Abe take it either doesn't surprise me. But I also wouldn't surprise me to see Achilles be like, this is the one he takes the whole thing. This division, so that is under 99. Over 99 kilos, we have Sean Ambrosio, the oldest guy in the tournament at 1973 birthday, 52 years old. 2 years older than Barrett Yoshida. Go out there and do it, buddy. We have Damon Ramos, former trials winner, as well at plus 99. We have Henrique Ferreira from GF team here.
Some of these pictures, by the way, on Smooth Comp.
I love the Smooth Comp pictures. Shane Lohman, a guy close to us, Crazy 88. Out here, we have Amir Alam, who I don't think he takes it, but he's a dark horse. And
he's 41.
He's 41.
Wow.
He's also like, we covered him on Quintet 10 years ago. And he was like early 30s. Remember that? Yeah, he's been around for a long time, man. He had no tattoos. He was just the kind of heavy-set professor. Now he's like thinned out a little bit, has a bunch of tattoos, and like his game's improved a lot.
Does he do stuff with rocks, or is he a seismologist or something like that?
I thought he was physics.
Is it?
I thought he was physics. I don't know why I thought he was. 'Cause he has a bunch of physical science tattoos on him. He is a guy that will frustrate a couple people.
Sorry,
geologist is the word you're looking for, Josh. Oscar Hip is in here. Kyle Bame, Brandon Reed, Kyle DeSantos. Those are the big names that are jumping out at me. Again, a division of 38. I think this division comes down to Brandon Reed and Kyle Bame. If Brandon Reed cannot avoid getting his leg broken by Kyle Bame, I think he takes it cleanly with the wrestling and the speed and the initiation. I think if Kyle Bame can get a hold of his leg, it is a rough day. I think that's the tale of two cities, the tale of two matchups. Kyle Bame, 38. Brandon Reed, 27. Moves freakishly quick, but we did see Brandon Reed get taken down almost at Grapple Fest a couple of weeks ago. Almost.
Got run into the crowd and then went, nah.
And then went, I got to wrestle and win, and then wrestle and won.
Geophysics.
But you do have to. It is geophysics. So we were both right. Physical geology.
Physics of rocks.
Physics of rocks. But so you were saying that you were picking Reed here.
Yes.
And then we talked at Wawa earlier when we were getting food.
Shout out Wawa.
Shout out Wawa Gobbler. And I was leaning Bame because Bame's won it before. We've seen him win it. He won over Big Dan due to a poll there, but
I was also right on that one. Seismology's professor of seismology.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to look into it.
I appreciate you looking into it. Now we have that information that lives in my brain. Again, whenever you have a young heavyweight that's really good, kind of always want to pick like just a 27-year-old super fast heavyweight that's improving. Doesn't surprise me to see Brandon Reed take this. Like, it's his time. Bame can break everyone's leg to the final, though. I think he wins it.
Bame can also shit all over the mat.
Sometimes. I'm going to go Brandon Reed.
I've convinced you.
I just think, the thing is, he's 27. And remembering how fast he was on our conversations we had about like the new era of heavyweights and the speed that they had, I just think that given the people in the division, man, that speed will be too hard to deal with.
One, I'm pretty sure Bame will just sit down. If you're smart enough when it comes to that, it's like, is my bottom game like up to snuff with that? Yes.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, where are they putting Amir Alam? Again, both teammates, like for the most part.
Both in the same affiliation with 10 Planet.
So where are you putting them to do all of those things? So where does that where does that shake out?
Yeah. Damon Ramos, again, is a live dog here. Seeing Ramos take this again doesn't surprise me. Again, he's 27. He's young. I think this is Ramos, Bame, or Reed. I'm going to go Reed here, but seeing Ramos or Bame win it is of no surprise to me whatsoever. So any other thoughts on that division, Josh? Again, division of 38. So these guys may have one pony match the first day, and then we'll move right into day 2. So these guys might not go, which is not uncommon.
Convinced it's the best of 32 that's going into day 2.
You think it's 16 or 8?
I think it's 16 or even 8. Like, I don't...
Who knows?
16 is okay. First of all, I don't want to be there all goddamn day.
I want to be there all day.
No.
I want to go for 12 hours.
No.
I love it. Every time.
No.
Everyone else is like getting faded.
No,
I'm just
you
like
can knock
just
this
having
shit
a good
out
time.
So quickly.
I'm running around all day just watching and enjoying it. I love going
it's
to
gonna
trials.
be a stream of conscious text
love
messages
going to trials.
from Maine being like, this fucking sucks. Why are these people here?
I love it. I love going to trials. I'm so excited to fly
I'm going
down.
to eat noodles right now.
I'm so excited. So, moving on to the women's division, the under 55 kilogram division. This is a division of 33. This is notably not a qualifier. This is just the North American.
Which is dumb.
This is just the North American championship for the women. It's also the 2025 North American championship for the men. It is also a qualifier for trials.
Is she the youngest competitor?
15.
Yep.
Annabelle Junco from Alpha Miami Grappling, youngest to 15. You have to be 15 to do trials. She, I think, is the only 15-year-old that I have seen here, so potentially the youngest competitor. We in this division, in the under 55 kilogram division, we have.
You just went by the person that you brought up first thing when we looked at it.
Shy Lily.
Yeah.
Yep. UFC. She's out of 10th Planet, Las Vegas. We also have Rita Rojas from Nicaragua, 47. Another one of the older competitors, probably one of the oldest women in these divisions. We have, Danielle Kelly and Cindy Young. Cindy Young is out of balance, is out of our affiliation. For me, Danielle Kelly is, the smart money is on Danielle Kelly. Former one championship title holder and defender until that was taken by Maisa Bastos.
She can be hot and cold too, though.
She can be. But I think if Kelly is on her game and consistent, she just had trouble at Worlds recently, but that was a weird DQ and a weird call. I just think that she has the background and understands the level in Nogi to go be the champion.
The winner of that one.
Win
Sure,
division.
yeah.
Division of 33. So we're going to have maybe one match day 1. All of the matches are going to be on to day 2. In the under women's 65 kilogram division, this is a bigger division of 39. A lot more names that we know here. We have Maka Vickers from Kingsway, who we've been very impressed with recently. Other young women that we've been very impressed with.
Was she on that Fight to Win that we commentated?
That's where we saw
where
her.
It was.
And she had a couple matches. She had two matches, I think, on that card.
Yeah.
Also, Taylor Hishaw, the Cage Fury champion. What is she? Polaris title, or she has a couple of titles now.
Really good wrestler.
MMA fighter.
Yep.
Too, like a junior MMA fighter, which is always like why you're like, oh, she came through a youth MMA program and like did the international youth tournaments in like Dubai and stuff like that. Hishaw has continued to impress me.
Did she show up at one of the Who's Number Ones with a bonnet on? And was
Yes.
Just, oh God, that was so awesome. I was like, she is so relaxed.
Yeah, dude.
She's just like, I'm chilling.
She has just been killing people, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
she's looked great.
I am. I
High up on her.
Yeah, man. I really think that she's gonna be if she stays in jiu-jitsu and doesn't go to MMA. She's also a good fighter. And so it wouldn't surprise me to have her be like in here for a couple of years. We get to enjoy her jiu-jitsu for a couple of years and then goes on to MMA. Like that is most likely her trajectory. But like I am happy for the couple of years that we're going to get to see her in jiu-jitsu because she's got some real talent that I'm very high up on. We have Lalana Bernales as well from Atos, also in UFC BJJ. Rana Wilnick is in here. We have we have Ashley from Legion. We have Ashlyn O'Connell in here as well. Ali Wolski from B Team.
Yep.
We're now from Simple Man, but still listed as B Team. We have, let's see, there were a bunch of women in this division that were impressive. We have Nicole Matthews in this division. We have Mo Black in this division. This for me is a really tough one to call. I'm super
solid when we've seen her on these things. When she was at Fight to Win, she looked great.
On Who's Number One?
On Who's Number
She looked good.
Hishaw is another
I think
one.
Hishaw's the one. I think Hishaw takes it.
She's a dog.
She's a dog.
love it.
She's just in your face. She's hard to deal with. She's gritty. And,
Rana's good too. Like, don't get me
Rana's
wrong.
very good from
like,
Legion.
she's solid. Got good leg locks. It'll be interesting to see like who
Ali Woski and
who's in her corner as well.
And Hishaw will be fun to see because they're both B Team. So I'm really curious how that one goes because Woski's also been very, very good recently. So yeah, I'm going Hishaw. Seeing Mo Black take it again wouldn't surprise me, but been just super impressed with Taylor so far. Moving on to the final women's division, the final division of the tournament, the plus 65 kilogram division. This is a division of 19, smallest division of the tournament. We have Brittany Elkin in this division. We also have Laura Kent in this division from Finishers MMA. It's funny, 10th Planet Bethlehem, Brittany, and Finishers MMA were the same gym, and so have probably trained with each other for a long time. We also have Katie Bachniak from B Team, now Simple Man Jiu-Jitsu, and those are your big the big names that I am familiar with.
Down.
Mm-hmm.
Maya Matalone from High Noon as well.
Oh, really? Look at us. Yep. She's very good. I kind of think that, again, we know Brittany personally.
She looked really good last trials.
Yes. She's, again, on the older side as far as trials go.
Did
she's 39.
Ann have a match with Laura Kent?
I believe so, yeah. Or Styles. I forget. There's a number of Laurens in this division. I forget which one she had the match with.
I think it was Laura.
Yeah.
I think so. I'll text Ann and ask her, but I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think Brittany takes it. Brittany looked good. She's looked good. She's continued to look good. She's retired from MMA now. She's now just doing grappling.
She's definitely got like a solid shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a huge bracket as well. So
it's essentially it wouldn't surprise me to have a couple of these ladies not show up and this to be a 16-1 bracket.
It also wouldn't surprise me if we get last-minute additions to these.
And
brackets.
all of a sudden, this goes from 19 to 45, and you're like, okay.
I don't know about
not
that.
Not 40, but to go 19 to 30 wouldn't necessarily shock me either. But again, you're still in brackets that are 4 and 5 matches. Very normal for these top-level tournaments.
For sure.
Yeah. So those are the picks. Those are what we got. These are always just an absolute gamble to kind of talk about because there are so many X factors where, so-and-so got sick the week of or had an injury or pulled out or decided, like Nick Rodriguez decided last minute to register when he won trials and you're like, wasn't in. Not Nick Rodriguez. Mendeleev just was like, you know what? Jay Regabudo and Nick are going out. I'll go out too, and wins the whole thing. And you're like, dude. And then does it again at East Coast trials. And it was like, she's like, you know what? I'm here. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to have her, Amanda Leve, just like, you know what? I'll go again, and just wins the whole thing because Amanda's just phenomenal. So your last minute replacements could absolutely destroy everything we've talked about here. But generally speaking, notably a much smaller trials on all fronts. Again, West Coast trials is usually the bigger trials because that's the last shot for people to get in. I know I've talked to a number of people that are not doing East Coast trials, that are only doing West Coast trials, and that is sometimes the flavor for how folks do it. They're like, I'm not going to do East Coast. I'm only going to do West Coast. I think Ardilla said that. So that's that. Josh, any kind of closing, any thoughts? Anything you got going on?
Pay them more money.
Yeah, I would love to see the purses go up. It was cool. It was cool to go down and like feel them prepping guys, feel Owen and Ardilla prep for trials. I was like, oh,
we were joking around in the chat about that because Maine was like, oh, he just beat me up, and somebody Corey had asked something, and I was like, no, you should tell him that. It was like, oh, this is why Gavin beat you, just to be a dick. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm obviously kidding.
Kidding. And he's over laughing, just like, and honestly,
he'd be like, "Oh, okay, snap."
He probably wouldn't say. He would probably just like, "Okay, cool," and just beat me up as nicely as he did anyway. Because
no, I would hope that he. If you were that rude,
I would hope that
he would just
me.
beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
you know, that's not something that's not in your personality.
No, it's not
to do that. And it's not in any of our personalities to do it. We just joke around and say dumb shit like that in the group chat because we're like, ha, 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 wouldn't that be funny if so-and-so did this really stupid, terrible thing? But it's like, no, but yeah, whatever.
Those guys were great. I got a chance to train with, to drop in just one day before I flew out with those guys. Again, very hospitable, but it was awesome. It's one thing I really like about the community is the ability to kind of just like text a guy ahead of time. Hey, I'm going to drop by. Is that okay? Hey, yep, these are the dates. These are the times we're open. Come through. And everyone's just
texted the day before.
No.
Or I was about to say you just messaged one day before. I was like, wow, that's bold.
That might have been actually because I've talked to Owen before.
Oh, okay.
And so I talked to him before, and then I thought I was going to be in a different part of Atlanta, and my dates lined up where I was actually going to be like, I was like, cool, I'm in Atlanta. I didn't know if I was going to make it through Atlanta to train.
Were you? Where else did you train?
I trained with Elijah Carlton in Chattanooga. So I was there for
when you were in Tennessee.
I was in 2 days in Chattanooga, and so we have a mutual friend, and he hooked us up with training there. Great. Again, Elijah was very nice to train with. He was very nice to me. We had one round where he like let me move and work, and then we had a second round where he went, "Cool, I've watched what you do now, and then I'm gonna just counter and."
He came into Baltimore, right?
Yeah, he did.
Over there.
I think I was injured or sick when he came,
I
didn't get a chance to train with him,
so I couldn't come in.
So it was very nice to get a chance to go out and train with him, and just to feel guys it was a very fun trip of work travel, and then feeling guys at that level of like, oh, these are guys that are making day 2 and winning trials. This is what the level for like a younger
we're Q tier, brother.
Yeah,
we're not even in like the first 10.
We're in like hobbyist coach tier. It is very funny
Q tier
to feel like oh yeah, Ardilla has won trials 4 times.
It's just like the funny things when you go somewhere and you're like, oh, this is this guy, and it's like I want to feel like what it feels like to roll with them,
and then you don't because they're just so nice to you that you're just like,
or you don't know that they're just being so nice to you.
Dude, Ardilla almost tapped me with a body triangle twice. And then he had the courtesy to let me fight enough so that he could get the rear naked choke and finished that. And I was very appreciative because he squeezed to see if I would just like straight up quit. And I was like, I can't not in front of you, Paul. I can't do this.
I can't. Oh, you should have let him put you out. That would have been a typical.
No, because I was about to throw up in the body triangle because I had like traveler stomach the entire trip where it just didn't from the jump. From the first trip to Buc-ee's on the way to Chattanooga.
That's why.
It just didn't sit well. And so I'm training and like...
If anybody has met Maine in real life or looked at the pictures and been like, he doesn't look like a big guy, it's because he isn't. This man eats like garbage.
So I had
when
Buc-ee's.
We're out and about.
They had a jerky bar. And so you can get jerky by the stick. And the sticks are like 2 feet long by the pound. They have like burgers and stuff.
We're also going to point
trip.
out that if you've seen the pictures of me and you've seen me go up and down in weight, but I'm still a fat piece of shit. What he just said made me physically ill.
Yeah, so we had a lot. So Ardilla was very nice to me, and then repeatedly just went through. And it was very nice to see. Of just you get a glimpse into what that top level like looks like, where you're like, cool, I did the right things in this sequence, and you were so far ahead of me that it felt effortless to like what I do to my white and blue belts is like in a couple of those areas where it was like, oh, you just saw and knew where I was going to be so far ahead of like the response of the action of the response to the counter to where my weight was that you were just like, yeah, and your foot's here and you're up. And I went,
you do their moves to them and they're like, oh, okay, let me show you how it's really done.
I tried to Berimbolo Owen like halfway just because like we were doing, like he was just kind of, they were just feeling me through. They were just feeling me out. Like, who is this
guy?
Are you going to take the round?
He might be young.
Where are you going to take the round? And because I rode with Ardilla, and Ardilla like was because Owen was working with Ernesto, and it was like, go with him. And so Owen gave me a round, and he just like felt me out. And then I like tried. He like put me in a spot. It was like, this is the response that I should give you. And I tried it, and I saw him go. Good. Like I saw him do yes, that was the right response. And then like we had a very nice round where he just very casually beat me up, and it was nice to see of like, yep, this is what a guy that can win trials feels like. When like we're having a casual round, we are doing the same sport, but we are not doing the same thing. And it was like, it's very cool that you can essentially go and train with LeBron. Our sport still has that as an option. If I can be in Atlanta or in Chattanooga and like drop into Elijah Carlton's gym, and he's nice enough to give me a round or two.
Yeah.
Paul Ardilla was nice enough to give me a round. Owen Jones was nice enough to give me a round as like just a casual black belt hobbyist that pops into their gym and they're like, yeah, man, you're cool. You're in our community. Yeah, let's get rounds. Like that's
with anybody.
Cool.
And like I said, it's like use their moves against him.
Yeah.
When Bernardo was in town for a seminar and he was rolling with people, it's like, I'm going to go to deep half. And he was just like, cool, I'm going to completely dismantle this and squish you. And I just laughed and I was like, this is great. Or when Unity opened and Leandro was there and I was like, I'm going to do that De La Hiva like pass thing that you do. And he smiled and then kicked me over his head and beat the shit out of me. Or like I've tried to do stuff that Marcelo does to Marcelo and he just smiles. He's like, that's great.
He's like, ha.
And he's like, and now I'm going to murder you like in the nicest way possible.
They give you that look like I see you're a fan, good sir. And then just,
I appreciate your taste.
Then
I'm going to fucking eat you alive with a smile on my face.
The opportunity to like be in our sport and then to still be able to just train with the best guys in the world is really unique. There's no other sport, very few other sports that you can just go into. Like you're not going to have a match with Magnus Carlsen. It's just like not a thing you're going to have happen. Like you can't just go and play with like Shaq. Like they're just not, it's not available to you. But in jiu-jitsu, you can still do that, and it's a very neat and nifty like.
I mean, if you're good enough at chess, you could have a match against Magnus Carlsen.
The level that I am at, I'm saying like the level I'm at in jiu-jitsu, the parallels are like, I would never have. I'd never see these guys. Like I'm not making it to a point in this bracket to see them unless I happen to be their first draw, and then it's like, oh, cool, I got that guy my first round. It's lovely.
Again. It's because it's such an open community. You get to train with them.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They're like cool. And then they giggle and they beat you up. What's his name? That you went out to his gym?
Elijah?
No.
John Hanson.
Yes.
Yeah, Nebraska. Yeah, same thing. Just like super nice guys, and you're just like, wow,
Yeah.
this is what the level feels like, and it's very nice to have that reminder as you like move through your own rooms and train your own guys to occasionally step out of that and to realize like big fish in a small pond, right?
But that's the other thing too, is like being mentally aware that
don't get too hot for your socks.
Yeah,
it's very
don't
nice.
get too high on yourself because you are going to be humbled.
And then I come and you and me training the gi, and I get humbled. I'm like, come on, man.
Dude,
We're
me
both
training the
not that
gi is
good.
just so fucking goofy though, because we never take each other seriously enough,
No.
and then we'll like start picking it up. Or this guy drug his foot on my toenail and cut himself and blamed it on me, and I'm just laughing for 2 minutes straight while playing guard, and then like flipping him over, and he's like, well, it's because you cut my foot. And I was like, you know what, fine.
It was because you cut my foot down.
And that's why I crushed you afterwards, because
fine.
I was just like,
We had a good
fine.
round. We had a nice round. So, Josh, I got nothing else. Do you have
Me
anything else on
neither.
this week?
No.
All right. So, as always in the show, we have the Grappling Rewind. We'll see on the mat what it is. I am your host, Maine, my co-host.
Josh, stay safe.
If you like the show, please consider sharing it on Facebook with the folks at your gym. It's the best way that we grow the show, and we really appreciate it. You can reach out to us on email.
We also have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Google+.
Until that shuts down.
We have a website.
If you have an event you would like to have us cover, please let us know. If you have a name, like most people do, and you'd like to have us stop butchering it,
Let us know.
reach out to us. The show is also available on YouTube, Spotify, in addition to iTunes and every other podcast service. We very much appreciate your time, and thank you.